Hey, Rudy, good to see you. Thank you very much for all of the support. I definitely appreciate it. Yeah, they're progressing. Um, it was it was kind of a rough afternoon yesterday. It was my first time really, or my second time really sitting down playing for an extended period of time. So yeah, my hands are a little sore after that, but yeah, we'll make it through as the recovery continues here. So. But yeah, again, thanks for all the well wishes. I certainly appreciate it. Welcome, everyone, to today's live stream, episode number 12 of our Solasta Crown of the Magister gameplay series. I'm Commander Jorval, and I want to thank you for coming along on our journey today. So, on our admin notes, as I mentioned yesterday, I am now back to a regular streaming schedule, pending, of course, everything continuing on track with my recovery. For those of you who weren't paying attention to my posts or to social media, I was involved in a car accident about 8 weeks ago, and that in that car wreck, I did not let go of the steering wheel. Pro tip, always let go of it. And I dislocated both my wrists and broke both scaphoid bones in my hands. So I've been in recovery for that for 2 months now. A couple of weeks ago, got the splints off, and now are still going through therapy. The bones in my hands are not 100% healed, but they're healed enough that I can utilize them for something like this. I've been approved to do this, so things are progressing. There's still a little bit of pain here in my hands, especially, and I noticed it after gaming yesterday. I am going to take it easy, but I'm kind of watching it. If for some reason things turn south and it becomes too bad, then I'll let y'all know today and we'll cut the stream short. But I'm not expecting that to happen, just a caution for it. So for now, back to the regular streaming schedule, which is posted in the About tab on the channel. And that is 10 a.m. Central Standard Time on Saturday, which is GMT -6. And then this time, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, again, GMT -6 for the Solasta stream, with the Kingdom Come Deliverance stream being the one on Saturday. So, for now, just keep an eye on social media and the post tab. If I have any updates about a schedule change or something like that, I will definitely let you know as we go through the holidays here. But we'll just see how it goes. But I do want to say thank you to all of you. This time being away has been pretty hard for me to kind of deal with. I don't like being away from the computer for very long. I really enjoy playing video games of all types. But more than that, not being able to interact with all of you here in the community was something that I really did miss. And all of you who reached out to give your well wishes and your support, again, I want to say thank you very much for all of that. It made me want to keep going through all the horrible torture therapies that I went through, and like I said, just wanted to thank you all one more time for that. So I certainly do appreciate it. So I think that's it on our admin notes. So on our recap, last episode, we had started working our way through the necropolis, and as part of that, we are building an Orcish alliance here to help us find and capture one of the stones for the crown. We have one more. We're on our last group of orcs, the Red Scar clan, and we finished a fight last week to clear out an enemy, and we're now heading back to report our results. So let's jump in here and we'll kind of take stock of where we are. Okay, so here we are, still inside the necropolis. We just finished the fight here with the ghost. That means that we are not able to get through this door anymore to the minor gate. We talked about that and the ramifications of it last week. But now we need to head back out here, and you can see that we're now going to be encountering some orcs from the Red Scar tribe out here, but there's something a little strange. If you look around, you can see there's Urka, who we're going to be dealing with, but what is this around here with him? There are Sorakath out here. An abomination, an acolyte, saboteur, a couple of assassins. So it looks like we're about to get double-crossed here. And we need to be prepared for that. So let's go ahead and interact with the door and we'll see what happens.
Urka,
I must say, I am impressed.
you followed us?
So you don't have to bring the key back to me.
You really want that key, don't you?
Actually, I wanted the ghost to weaken you. Make it easier to take that crown from you.
Okay, and yes, as you can guess, we have been ambushed. Okay, so we didn't roll too bad here. The Sorakath assassins are obviously the ones that are going to be really high rolls in initiative. They have a +4, and they always roll an 18 on their initiative. So we're going to have to suffer some attacks probably from them, because we definitely want to get rid of Urka as fast as we can. He's a spellcaster, and he has some fairly nasty ones to throw out. Not really too worried about not being able to get rid of him, but we also need to work on protecting Kebra here. So we're going to kind of look at that as we go along, because she's way down in the initiative order, and so we're not going to be able to really move back here to a choke point on this turn if we want to protect her in any way. So let's kind of focus on keeping her as safe as we can, and for that I'm going to move out a little bit here. So we definitely want to get M into melee range as we go here, so let's move out, and we're going to use his power to cast darkness. Okay, we'll go with Flurry of Blows. We're going to put on a Stunning Strike here, and we'll see if we can knock Urka out of the fight. Okay, so he failed. He's now stunned. So I'm not going to worry about him anymore. Okay, and again, I do want to keep M farther forward for this fight. Okay, Rudi, I'm gonna move off to this side. And have him ready an attack. Sharon, let's see if we can knock out a couple of these. I am going to take her up.
Solasta evil.
Okay. So that knocked both of them out. So the Abomination, the Acolyte I'm going to want to deal with as well, but I can't do anything until they come into view. So now the two Assassins. Okay. I was hoping that wasn't going to happen. They went the wrong way. So that's something I'm going to have to deal with. I was hoping that they would come up this way and walk into Rudi instead of getting close to Kebra here.
Arcana Enjo Minure.
Oh, come on. Rolled a 3 and a 2 on advantage. Stop right there. Okay, that's fine. I want them going after my main characters, not after Kebra. Okay, so Urka's still stunned. So Kebra, we're gonna move Kebra back, and we're gonna start maneuvering our team back here into a choke point. Okay, so let's see if we can stun the abomination. We're gonna turn off... Okay, stunning strike's not on. So the saboteur is 22 hit points. Okay, let's get a repeat of that, please. Oh, 1 hit point left, of course. Okay, so let's move here. I don't think we're going to be able to stun the abomination, but we'll try. Wow. Okay. Just horrible misses. Okay, and we're going to move M back here. Rudi is going to move back along the way. Try and get rid of him. Outstanding. Oh, and I ended M's turn without doing something. Ah, crap. I think I'm gonna have to.
Solasta, evil.
Okay, that was good. He was coming for Kebra. Actually, let's stay there. I'll move myself back here on the next turn. With that 26 armor class, I'm going to see if they can soak up the attacks from the Abomination and not Rudi, or not M. Perfect. Outstanding. Guiding bolt. Okay, so we need to move darkness here. It's what I forgot to do last time. Like I say, with that big constitution, I seriously doubt I'm going to be able to stunning strike him. Okay, Rudi's gonna hang tight here. Okay, she probably needs to drop down one.
Solasta, evil. Mami.
Okay, and I'm gonna move back into the door. And here's hoping that we can kill Urka. Outstanding. Okay, now I've got my choke point. Oh. So I'm pretty sure acid arrow. Oh, it says it is going to work through that. Let's, if that's going to work. $16. Okay, so it's still hit. He maintained concentration. I was hoping I'd lose his concentration and he would drop to the ground and take fall damage. Scorching Ray. Right on Kebra. Should have known. They love to focus Kebra. Yeah. can't get out there with that. Okay. Jeez. So some good hits there. Let's see if... I think I'm going to have to move Sharon into... the darkness. Nope. Can I not see past the abomination? I can't move past the abomination. Can I target? Nope. Well, that's unfortunate. With advantage. Wow. Horrifically bad rolls here. Let's just keep her safe. Guiding bolt again. Really wish they were dead. But maybe if we get some hits here. Okay. Now can I follow that up? Okay. Let's see if I can drop some concentration here. Because if I can, he's going to take fall damage here and probably kill him. Kept his concentration. This should get a kill, though. So he's casting shield. I'm going to counter that.
know him since child.
The Sorax. The Gags. They got to him, I guess.
But all these orcs too.
The Sorax took over a whole world back on Tiamat.
The crown? It could stop them?
We think so. Hope so.
You need Arrok stone. For real.
Okay, so let's drop off concentration here. And we'll take a look at where we are. Hey, Bill, welcome to the stream. Yeah, actually, there was, talk about that on the forums. It's unintended. So, if you're talking about the areas that are, next to the shore where the crabs are, yeah, that's unintended according to Tactical Adventures. But yeah, it's an interesting thing, and you can't actually go out there very far. The map ends not too far out there afterward, from what I remember right. But yeah, it is kind of interesting to see it. Okay, so we've got one more loot bag down here. Forgot to loot this container. Adder's fangs. Interesting. Okay, and I think that's all of it. Okay. Let's take a look at our map. And we can start making our way back here. 'Cause I think this is probably going to tell me that it's blocked. Nope, it's not. Okay, so we need to make our way back to Brock. Up here.
Nyark, friends, you convinced the tribes?
Bad news. Urka was corrupted by the Gax.
Urka? Big mind like him?
I saw him. Like crazy. The Gax can do this.
Maybe Arrok is back too?
Doesn't matter now. We need to take the fight to him.
But Sandraven?
You choose a chief for them, and they follow you.
Meet us near Red Scar Gate.
Okay, we are definitely going to take a long rest here. Because we need to be full up for the fight that's coming, so... Okay. So we are headed back to the Red Scar Gate. We're going to head in. And instead of heading into the necropolis, again, we're going to head into the other door that used to be locked in here. Okay, so there's the necropolis. We're going to head to this door here.
Brock, where are the gods?
Surrendered.
What?
So afraid of Arrok, they joined us already.
No big speech then?
No, but door still closed.
Do you see that? The door? No, there is a power. I think, though, with the crown, we might be able to enter.
It's a trap. Arrok wants us in there alone.
Do we have a choice?
Okay. Oh, and yes, Bill, I will absolutely be playing early access. Very similar to how I played early access with Baldur's Gate 3. I'll be doing the same thing again, testing out various classes and things like that. I'll do multiple playthroughs on it once it releases next year. Been keeping up on all of the input and the live streams and content videos that they put out and that sort of stuff. But yeah, we'll be certainly watching for it, and we are absolutely going to have a series of live streams that focus around it. These types of turn-based, D&D based games are exactly what I love. So we are certainly going to take advantage of that and show off some of it. So now we have Brock as an essential or critical character as well. Now, Brock is 52 hit points, armor class of 15. Kebra is 52 with 15. They're the exact same as far as classes and spell setups go. What's important here is that they both have access to Revivify. The way critical characters work is that when they quote-unquote die, a 10-round timer starts. And if you don't revivify them in that time, or raise dead on them in that time, then your game ends. And so it's going to be incredibly hard in here to keep them from going down at least once. And once they go down at least once, it's very hard to get them up and keep them alive because of their horrible initiative rolls. So we're not going to be able to move around a lot in here. We're going to be kind of stuck in one spot, and unfortunately, the big bad in here casts Fireball, which is a major hard-hitting AoE spell, and he's able to cast it into darkness, and these two just are not able to avoid it. So the chances are, like I say, that they are going to go down. But if one of them stays up, being able to cast Revivify on the other can help them keep the game from ending. There's another bonus that we have, and that is with the Imperial Crown. I can cast Revivify 3 times. It takes 1 charge per cast. I have 3 charges. So I can cast Revivify 3 times. If I really want one of them to stay up, then I can cast Raise Dead as well on this. But again, Revivify is just going to be able to bring them back up and keep and reset that timer basically. So you'll see me kind of go through that as we go in here, because we're going to be very, very restricted on what we can and cannot do in here as far as movement goes. And you'll see what I mean once we go in. So I'm going to drop a save. And we'll head in. Have I played XCOM? I have. Yes, Bill. I played XCOM 2, the DLCs. They're extraordinarily fun. I love them. Those games have been played to death on streams and in YouTube videos, and I'm not entirely sure it would be all that interesting for people to see something they've probably gotten a little oversaturated on. You've seen all sorts of runs with it, solo character runs and all sorts of, you know, doing it only with level 1 characters and all sorts of stuff. So I'm not going to play it on stream, but yes, I have actually played them, and yeah, I do really enjoy them as well.
Gebra of Sun Cloud. You walk with Nyarks. Shame on you.
Uh-oh.
You're finished, Arrok. Give us the stone.
Funny, Nyark. No. You give me yours.
You're alone. Looks like you killed your tribe all by yourself.
Useless worms. Arrok needs no orcs. Arrok is fire. Arrok is volcano.
Okay, and you can see that we're going to be stuck up here, and I rolled really bad on initiative. Wow. Okay. Okay. And yeah, Bill, I'm streaming 2 times a week. If you want to know the exact schedule in the game, or in the games I'm playing, you can go to the About section on the channel's main page. And if you expand that, it will show you the schedule. So, yeah. Is bad. Okay, so we're gonna have to use my bard to cast darkness. We don't have a choice here. Which fire elemental is going first? The one on the left.
Arcana Nivo Minure.
Okay, so let's move Brock back. Both of the Ospreys are gonna go next. I really don't want to move him back, but this fire elemental's going to go right after him. Okay, well, we'll stay there, I guess. Oh, yeah, it has to be humanoid. Okay, well, we'll just use,
Nice move.
maybe I can keep one of them from getting too close to me. Nope, he's gonna come right after him. Okay, so Brock is dead. Cabra is going to die here pretty quick. Yep. And you see Arrok has an aura. Okay, this is fire damage from just being around the fire elementals and Arrok with his stone. So let's get... If we do this, we won't be able to cast Divine Smite. There's a 20.
That's most.
Okay. Where is M at? M's there. Let's move Rudi over here. Okay, so Sharon.
Solasta, Encho, Minure. Solasta, Evo.
Don't want him casting shield.
Malmis.
Okay. And now M. So let's see. We can get a stunning strike off here. That's a miss. And another miss. Are we serious? Saved. Okay, so I'm going to take 3 misses. So I'm going to take some serious damage here in a second. Both Brock and Kebra are going to die. Nope, still can't see him. But what I'm doing is getting me in a position where if he's going to cast this, he's going to hit himself as well. Horrible rolls. So here it comes. So there's Brock dead. So the 9-turn timer has started.
Deal with it.
Okay, like I say, horrible initiative with those 3 in there. So let's see if we can remove Arrok from this equation, though.
That's the way.
And now we'll move and start working on the elementals. We want to focus one of the ospreys here.
Solasta, Evo.
Well struck.
Okay, because M isn't going to be able to do a whole lot against them for now. With their constitution, I doubt Stunning Strike is going to land, but... Oh, it did. Okay. And we'll prep another Stunning Strike. Okay, and like I say, Kebra's going to go down here as well. So, not really too worried about it.
Again! Harder!
Okay, so she managed to get rid of one of the drakes. Okay, say the reason she, and I want her to go down to remove the fire condition. But while she has spell slots, did that not work? Okay. Okay, well, she cast it. Great. Thanks. Alright. I would prefer to try and remove the other osprey here.
Arcana Evo Almis.
Good.
Okay, so the fire's going to kill her the next turn here.
You have them now.
Okay, come on, give me a kill here. Perfect. And now we're gonna move down here. Now, mass healing word. Well, I'll look at it. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe. Yep. She's not gonna survive this. So doesn't really matter what I do here in a second. But she's gonna go down. That would be a somewhat strange interaction if that was the case. But maybe this game is coded somehow a little different. I will quicken this.
Solasta Evo.
Got ya.
Solasta Evo.
Okay. The drakes are really annoying, or the ospreys are really annoying. Okay, well that's bad. And he failed.
Oh, damn!
Okay, Okay, so there goes Kebra. Kebra went down, but it removed the fire condition, which is good. Let's bring Brock up. With the crown. Next turn, we'll move him out of the way and we'll have him bring up Kebra. He's still stunned. Still stunned. Good. And now, the death removes the detrimental conditions. So they're no longer on fire, which is good for us. Otherwise, they just keep coming up and going right back down. And now that they're both up, I can finish this fight here.
Viribe. Not bad. Is that gem more powerful than the others?
Orc shamans wield a very peculiar type of magic. The gem must have been some sort of catalyst.
Well, we have it now. Let's move before this place blows up.
Okay, and now the place has undergone a bit of a cataclysm here. There's no timer, though. So the easiest way to get through this is to let them navigate on their own. By just clicking far ahead. And there's nothing else to loot in here, other than that first set right there at his body. There's nothing, that container there, there's nothing else in here that is lootable anywhere.
That was close.
What do you think happened to our orc friends?
You mean yours? They're no friends of mine.
Burned, dead, who cares? They seem more civilized than I expected. Next time we run into some, you can tell them that.
All right, let's get out of here. It's not safe.
Okay, and that's going to complete the Cradle of Fire. So we've picked up a new functionality here. So we now have +2 to saving throws against evocation spells down there at the bottom. As we keep adding stones to this, we're going to gain the +2s to the various different types of spells for the stones that we're adding. And that was definitely evocation, fireball, that sort of stuff are evocation spells. So now we have +2 saving throws against evocation spells as well. Is it my first playthrough? Yes and no, Bill. I have a personal playthrough that I'm playing that helps me prepare for this playthrough. So I have another set of saves that runs in parallel with this, where I kind of play ahead a little bit. We're not going to see that come into play today. I've played this before, and I played a little bit of where we're going, but not very much of it. So for now, you're going to see me kind of wing it here as we go into the next area, because I have not played that section at all. So here we are, back out at the exterior. You can see we don't have anything that we need to loot or anything out here. So let's just fast travel up to the exterior. And this is going to lead us to the point where we're going to leave the map. I'm going to take a short rest here, just in case we get an ambush. Okay, just in case we get an ambush, I'm at least full up on health. I won't be full up on spell slots, but it'll give me the best chance that I'm going to have to be able to deal with it. So also, while we're here, we did pick up... It was just another quarterstaff. Gravity sinkhole's really good. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, so we got a ring of protection. So she's attuned to 2. She's wearing, yeah, the Ring of All Words, proficiency in all languages. She needed that. Ring of Poison resistance I don't necessarily need. Because that would get me up to a 23 armor class. I'm going to want the poison resistance here for what's coming up. Ring of All Words does not require proficiency and attunement. And she's attuned to 3 things already. He's attuned to 3 things as well. Okay. I think I will add it here. In place of the ring of poison resistance. Yeah, and I forgot to change my attunement here when I put that ring on. Yeah, because that would be the third one. So we'll change my attunement here when I'm going to take another short rest here. Okay. Alright, so definitely going to drop a save after that fight. And let's look at where we're going to go next. Okay, so the next place on our travels is the lava forest. Now, we could make our way back and, you know, refit here at the Caroline Outpost or at Caer-Kiflin by making our way back to the Fortress of the Shield and then using the major gate to get back to Caer-Kiflin. I'm going to continue on to the lava forest. This, if we go here now, this is 3 days. If we make our way back to the Fortress of the Shield, it's 5 days. And I'd prefer to knock this out while I'm out here. The only thing that there's a couple of other side areas that open up if we go back now to do this. Boy, this is kind of long, though. Because I don't want to run out of carry capacity. I don't want to have to leave all this stuff here. I'm thinking. I'll tell you what, we'll start, at the very least, we'll start the lava forest. If I feel like we're going to run into carry weight issues, then I will, I'll head back. But for now, let's at least head out this way. Now, the areas around here, you can get some pretty heavy stuff. So two air elementals and 2 wind snakes. This is kind of like the air version of what we just saw with the fire elementals and the fire ospreys. That's kind of what we're dealing with here. But you can get dragons in these random encounters here as well. But I'm going to get a surprise roll. Okay, so everybody's up there. Interesting. I'm getting some pretty big lag with them all on the screen as well. So the air elementals are going to move first. Let's move out here with my 23 armor class. Let's see how many hit points the wind snakes have.
Take that, you fiend!
9. Okay, so they've got somewhere around 27 or so. See how the air elementals are going to be able to move all the way up to me. Yep. Elementals normally have a lot of movement speed. Okay, that's this one.
Only the last blow matters.
Okay. Now, M is going to cast his darkness. Right here. See if we can stunning strike this one. That's outstanding. Okay, and then Sharon will move up.
Solasta, Encho, Minure. Solasta, Evo, Mami. Well deserved.
Okay. So 5, 6, 7. Rolled really low there. 6, 7, 12, 21, 26. So we must have more than 27. Must be closer to 35 or so. Alright, so I think we deal damage against the air elementals here, because we can get a slashing attack here. Slashing flourish. Yeah, come at me, bro. My 23 armor class. Where are you moving to? Okay. Well, you didn't go very far, which is good. Okay, nice. Okay, let's see. Is he still stunned? He is. So...
No quarter given.
Nice. Got another crit. Okay. So she's probably not going to have advantage on this. But I will quicken it.
Solasta, Evo,
Okay.
got ya. Solasta, Evo,
Okay, so he's no longer stunned. Will up my armor class even more. Left him just barely out of it. $15's not gonna cut it. Neither's a 17. My armor class right now is 28. Or something like that. Okay, so let's see if we can... I hate to waste all of that there. But I can't reach... I can't reach either of them. Oh, yes I can. I can reach this one.
Viribe. Keep them coming.
Okay. Now, with this, we can't reach the wind snake up there with him unless I switch to range, and I'm not going to. So, just gonna ready a melee attack in case he comes down. Sharon, I'm gonna move down to the ground. Have her cast guidance with survival on M.
Solasta, Evo, Viribe.
Let the wind snake come down here to me. And now everybody should be able to get attacks on it.
Viribe. A palpable hit.
Okay. And I failed to increase my knowledge. Failed to increase my knowledge. Great. Thank you. Appreciate all the failures. But I did level up. Yeah, I rolled a 4. Nice. And a 1 on my guidance. Yep. Rolled a 4 on my guidance, but rolled a 3. So, yeah. More unknowns in my bestiary. Okay, so the Orc Archer, we're almost full on. Just don't know immunities and resistances. Same thing with the Skeletal Knight. Low wisdom scores here, and low charisma. Makes them vulnerable. Yep. The Abomination, almost full. So, yeah, low wisdom. What's his constitution? Yeah, +5 for 20. Well-rounded here. Immunities to being mind controlled. Okay. It's good to know. And yeah. Oh, we got one. We must have seen a wind snake previously. But yeah, more unknowns in our bestiary. Unfortunate. Okay, so our level up. Let's loot here real quick. So acid, and I think we'll do our level up here when we take our long rest while traveling. Because I also need to so we should get the level up option. So let's look at our bard here. Okay, so we are at Paladin 1 right now, and I'm looking through my level up notes. We needed 1, 2, or then 4 in Warlock, and then 2 in Paladin. So we need 1 more in Paladin here. So we have this is going to give us a free Divine Smite, and it's going to give us a fighting style. Okay, so our fighting style here, there are some really good ones that were added with the Unfinished Business mod. The ones out of the SRD that were added were standard ones. Used to having defense, giving a +1 bonus to AC. That's always beneficial. Protection, being able to impose disadvantage on attack is always good with my ability to defend using defensive duelist. It kind of makes defense a little bit less useful as a fighting style, or I mean protection as a fighting style. Interception is kind of like it's kind of like the defensive version of Sentinel. So when a creature you can see hits a target other than you, and that target is within 5 feet of you with an attack, I can use my reaction to reduce the damage the target takes by 1d10 plus my proficiency bonus. My proficiency bonus is +4 right now, you can see. So that could be a large damage reduction. You must wear a shield or a simpler martial weapon to use this reaction. And since I'm always going to have a shield, interception works great. This kind of gives me the opportunity to use my defensive capabilities to other people around me who might not have it. The other benefit to this is that it's going to be useful quite a bit because we fight in darkness. Darkness is a small area, so we tend to be pretty close to each other when we're fighting. So I'm probably guaranteed to have one of my party members within 5 feet of me, basically in the tile next to me at all times. So if they take an attack, I can use a bonus action to help reduce that damage to them. So that's something to think about here. Lunger is also really good. However, your melee weapon increases by 5 feet, which means I can attack from 2 tiles away, but my other hand has to be free. And since I'm using a shield in my other hand, it's not great for me. This is for your duelist type of build, where you have a rapier or something like that in your primary hand and nothing in your offhand to take advantage of some of those bonuses. But since my build isn't like that, classical swordplay is the other type of duelist build thing. You get a +1 bonus to your attack rolls and a +1 bonus to your AC while wielding a melee one-handed and no other weapon or shield. So these two kind of play in with each other in that duelist type of build. I don't need blind fighting because I already got that from my warlock levels. Superior technique is always beneficial. You gain +1 superiority die. The die is d6 and it doesn't increase in size. This die is used to fuel a maneuver, so I'd be able to pick a maneuver. My dexterity modifier is +4 here. So the DC on this would be 8 +4 on my proficiency bonus, which is 12, +4 on my strength bonus, which is 16. So it's a pretty high DC to avoid something like that. So superior technique is also good. Astral Reach is your monk version of your fighting style. So you're able to, as long as you're fighting unarmed, you can attack from 2 tiles away. There are some things here that we can use, gaining some extra spells from the cantrips from the cleric spell list and that sort of stuff. But I think I'm going to go with Executioner. Executioner adds my proficiency bonus to damage against blinded, frightened, restrained, incapacitated, paralyzed, prone, or stunned creatures. It's basically a straight +4 damage right now. That proficiency bonus is going to keep going up as I level up. Because all these creatures are always blinded, plus I have Stunning Strike on my monk. So I'm going to be able to apply this damage quite a bit throughout the playthrough. And it also works, it's all damage. So it applies on my ranged for my Elder's Blast and that sort of stuff as well. So it's just a flat damage bonus for me here. So now for the Paladin, I'm at Paladin 5, Warlock 4, 3, 4. Okay, so yeah, Paladin 5 got me my extra bonus, and now I'm going to take my second dip here, and that's into Fighter. That's going to get me a fighting style. It's also going to be second wind. I'm going to gain another weapon mastery. That's not a big deal, but fighting style is going to be a big one. Second wind is always useful, but it's really when I take my second dip into Fighter, when I get my action surge, that's really going to be the bonus here we're looking for. Okay, so my fighting style, we've looked at this as well. So in here, again, looking through everything that's in here, Executioner is just a really good option. For the same reason I took it on my Bard is the same reason I'm going to take it here. The flat additional bonus damage is just too good to pass up. And I gain weapon masteries here, so I can pick up to 3 new ones here with Fighter. Now, most of these aren't going to matter for me. I can change them whenever I want, but since I'm going to be shield based, that gets me a mixture of blunt, slashing, and piercing here for various things. Okay, next on my monk. The monk is fairly straightforward because my monk continues to be a pure monk all the way through this. So we're going to get some really good stuff here at monk level 9. So heightened focus. So flurry of blows. I can expend 1 key point to use flurry of blows and make 3 unarmed attack with it instead of 2. So it's just, again, a massive damage increase for him. Patient defense now comes with temporary hit points equal to 2 rolls of your martial arts die, not just 1. Step of the wind. I can this is different. Okay. That's interesting. Step of the wind, I can move people with me that are on the tile next to me. That would have been good for moving Kebra in our last fight. And self-restoration, so I can cure any of these conditions at the end of any turn. Which, being able to remove Charmed is always a really good thing. And last, for my Warlock / Sorcerer. So 1, 2, 3, Sorcerer ends at 4, and then we go back to Warlock. So at level 6 Warlock, we then get Time Shift, and this is why we picked the Timekeeper subclass for us. Starting at level 6, after you take any damage, you can use your reaction to rewind a few seconds, negating the damage taken, but any additional effects, like being put on fire and that sort of stuff, I still get applied to me. I'm considered banished until the start of my next turn, which means that I'm also not available to be attacked during that turn either, which is incredibly useful for a spellcaster type that, you know, a flying elemental or a melee, like one of the Sorakath assassins moves in close. I can, if I take damage, I can time shift myself and not be attackable again until my next turn. Okay, I don't need to unlearn any invocations here. I don't need to change any of my invocations. So I'm not going to unlearn anything, I don't think. No. So for my class spells here, Thunderstep is always cool. I love this thing in tabletop. Thunderstep it's kind of like a dimension door that can also do damage. You can, when you disappear, it's like Misty Step and Dimension Door plus damage. So it allows you to move to an unoccupied space. You can see this within 18 tiles. It immediately after I disappear, a boom happens like Thunderwave, and each creature within 10 feet must make a con saving throw or take 3d10 thunder damage. I can also teleport one willing ally with me. Okay, so that's where the Dimension Door aspect of it comes in. So being able to move an ally with you who has rolled low on initiative, being able to pick them up and move them with you if you have higher initiative is always a good bonus. Now I can do that with my monk. So I don't think, and with her initiative, I mean, she's got +4 to initiative. She tends to roll a little low though sometimes, so I'm going to rely on my monk to do it. Adder's Fangs is always really cool. I used to love this in tabletop as well. So it's basically, it's kind of like a hypnotic pattern that does damage and slows you as opposed to keeping you from moving. It does poison damage on a Constitution saving throw. It cuts their speed in half, I believe. Yeah. If it fails a saving throw, its speed is cut in half while poisoned. Then you have to make a con saving throw to keep that poison going. And it lasts for 1 minute, which is a long time in combat rounds. But for the most part here, I think I'm going to give myself another way to cast haste. It's just way too useful, especially when we get into some of these boss fights. Now that we're getting to the point where some of them are going to be a little harder than others, having that as a way to boost our damage from any of our other 3 damage dealers is going to be something I definitely want to do. Okay, so that's our level up. Let's go ahead and keep moving. See if we get any more encounters here. I wrote a letter to goodness knows who. Oh, come on. Gonna take another day. Well, I lost an additional set of 4 rations there, which I don't know if that's going to be a problem or not. We'll see. Okay, so here we are in the lava forest, and as we make our way through this, there's going to be some encounters that we're going to have to deal with, but it's also kind of a little maze-like. So you kind of have to really pay attention to what's happening around you to see where options are for you to be able to move off of the beaten path, so to speak. So, as always, I'm going into cautious mode.
Have you ever seen this kind of plant?
Okay, and you can see we've got these traps around here. I don't think I can hit this one. Oh, I can. Okay. So there are poison traps, basically, that are out here that you want to be on the lookout for. Okay, now this isn't an area that we can reach yet. And this area is on the other side of these trees. We'll reach it from the other side. I mean, I don't know if Sharon can reach it. No.
This is it, I think. It's just behind this wall of vegetation.
You think? Well, that's comforting. And how do we get through? Just hack and slash, rinse and repeat until we're through.
I've heard that before. Couple of 100 times since we started.
Oh, come on, less bitching, more hacking.
I so love manual labor.
It's Mariah Kay's will.
Okay, so we've seen these before. Where we have to break our way in.
The gem must be in this forest. One last effort and it will be ours.
Okay, and we've got another set here. Okay, now this area in here off to the left, we've got a couple ways that we can go here. We can continue making our way forward. And I have no idea what that was. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I know it's really commenting about all these webs out here and that sort of stuff. The fact that we're getting poison sacks out here should be clue enough about what we're going to be encountering. Okay, but the webs kind of help reinforce what that is.
A crude trap.
Thankfully, they don't cause lingering AoE effects. I'm gonna split M off here. As we move up here. Okay, so he can't see anything there. Bring him back around this way. We'll move up a little bit here.
It's a little too quiet, don't you think?
It is. Good reminder for a save. Okay, we've got some stuff up in trees. Up here, some webs. So yeah, we should know what we're getting into here. And honestly, I can't remember where they trigger. I think it's when I go down here. Okay, not yet. It's been so long since I played through this, my personal playthrough, that I just can't remember where they trigger. Okay, I'm not going that way yet. I remember which there. Let's move out a little bit farther. That's very strange.
Oh, I think my arm's about to drop off from all this hacking.
Chop, don't talk.
Come on, guys. It's just another hedge.
Last bloody hedge I intend to cut through in my lifetime.
Messiah is laughing.
Okay. Let's go try and interact with this and see if this is going to trigger them. Maybe you trigger them by interacting or by trying to loot. Yep. Okay. So that's what causes them to spawn. So okay, good. He made it out. Okay, so now I can set up for the ambush here. And I would like them to come to me. But there's a way to kind of cheese this a little bit. So let me see, can I hit this one? I can. I can't hit that one. I can hit that one too. So I have some ranged attack opportunities from over here. So where are we on arrows? Don't want poison arrows. Okay, so I'm gonna get a surprise round here.
Can't say I'm surprised.
Okay, and the Crimson Spiders have a decent amount of hit points here to deal with, so it's gonna take a lot to whittle them down. So I'm gonna focus fire on who I can. Okay, they have a ranged attack, I believe. I should have actually cast darkness here with M first. But let's get Malediction out. Okay. So we took some fall damage as well on that. And I want to move her up. Sharon, I'm going to move back. A little bit too far. think...
Curses. My fault.
Yeah, it does have the knockback effect. Should have cast Malediction first.
Encho. Inure.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I should have cast Darkness first. Let's just focus one down at a time here. I don't think I need to quicken this. Can he hit this one? No, he can't. Can't hit that one, can't hit that one. So we're going to ready a ranged attack. Oh, that was pointless. He's in darkness. And see what that does is it keeps them from attacking. They can't, their projectiles don't go into darkness. So now I can move out of darkness, take my ranged attacks, and move back into darkness after I'm done. Okay, so once those two are done, I can just move back up. So this is what I mean by there's a way to cheese this. Okay. Alright, so that got rid of one. I'll change targets. I can't change targets this turn, so let's move... See if I can move forward to here. I am still in the darkness.
Nice move.
Okay, we'll move back up. Okay, and rinse and repeat. Y'all know me. I am not above super stinky Limburger cheese when it comes down to it. But I am going to have to move and shift a little bit here in a second. Because I'm going to run out of targets. But I should run out of targets when I have 2 left, I believe. Miss.
Stop that!
Oh, and I didn't shift malediction. Okay, now with M, I want to start moving this a little bit. Because, like I say, I'm going to quickly run out of targets here. So let's move our darkness spell down to there.
Next time.
And then we will move ourselves into it. Let's use Step of the Wind here. If I move here, should be able to get a hit. And if she's still hidden, don't need to quicken that. Okay, dead. Good deal. And we'll move Sharon down here into the darkness. Now Rudi might not have a shot on anything. Oh, he does from all the way back there. We'll take it. The heavy crossbow for the win, right there. And this is going to move him into the darkness. And again, as always, I forgot to reapply malediction. Okay, now I should have targets here. Yes, I do. Longbows and heavy crossbows. Shoot across the map. And I hit this one from there. I can't apply malediction. And I'm too far away for that. I have a longbow, but I can't attack from inside. The projectile's blocked. So we'll wait for the next turn here. Let's see if I can get close enough here. Nope. Okay. Next turn I'll move out, apply malediction. And won't be able to get an attack this turn. Alright. And then move back into the darkness. So for me, I need to move up here. I'm looking for the icon. Can I reapply malediction? I can. Can I cast the cantrip? I can. Okay, and now I'm gonna move back to a normal loadout. And we will... Don't know if I have shots. I don't. Okay, and for the last one, I don't think I have any shots from back here at all. I think I have to move down here. Yeah. I'm watching for the line of sight icon. There it is. So yeah, I've got to move everything down here, which I can do. I'll start making my way back with the last of her movement. Okay, and for me, again, I'll just stay in the darkness for now. Oh. He's gonna make it easy on me. Well, no he's not. For a second I was like, you gonna make it so I don't have to move? But no. Not gonna be able to get a hit there. I can't reapply malediction there. Okay. Not going to be able to apply anything here out of sight. Okay, now Rudi. Okay, so we're playing the collision game here.
Did we not say silent?
Oh, okay. All right, that's fine. If you want to do that too, I will be happy to oblige you there.
More coming your way.
And here's 3 attacks with flurry of blows. Monks are just OP. Let's move the darkness a little bit.
That's the way. Solasta.
Okay, Eldritch Blast. I can reach him from there. Haha, I can't. Hey, look at that. I remembered to apply Malediction this time. Okay. With your 2 and 1 on advantage, he's got a plus 11 to hit. And he rolled a 2 with advantage. Yeah, see, it would be dead now if it wasn't for that. Okay, so defensive duelist is going to trigger. Negates all damage there. All right.
You like that?
I knew it. We shouldn't have touched that sticky equipment.
Oh, that was the wrong thing. I removed her concentration on malediction, which I didn't want to do. But okay, so let's go loot a little bit here. So you're gonna get Crimson Spider poison glands, which are great for crafting ingredients. Okay, now as far as loot here, you have fly. You can get your person with fly up here to loot this thing hanging in the tree. Okay, good. We got ration pouches, which is exactly what I wanted. Because like I say, I used an extra day there. And I'm kind of worried about getting back. To be honest. Okay, so a bolt +1, we'll take it. Okay, so let's head back up here. Okay, so a couple of different ways to do this. Okay, get a ranged attack to knock it down, or I can just fly Sharon over there. So. And this is that container that we saw from the other side earlier. Chaos Bolt. Nice. Okay. And now from here, it's heading up through this area over here. I'm keeping left alt here just to make sure I didn't miss anything. There's no pathway out here. Go back into cautious mode. Okay, and now you're gonna start to understand why this place is called the Lava Forest. And this is highlighting those plants, which again...
Such a wonderful coincidence to get a sauna after all the physical exertion.
Stop moaning. It was just a nice warm-up.
I've dealt with worse. Not often, though.
Hard to believe. Einar, strike me if I lie.
Highlighting again the probably explosive nature of those.
I spotted a trap of sorts.
Now, there are going to be multiple ways to approach this next encounter. Okay, so the... Now see, I do have somebody that's got spider climb with M. So I'm going to slowly make my way up here until the encounter triggers. Okay, so fire elementals, skeletal marksmen, so ranged attackers far away. We also have some fire spiders. That's what was trying to sense me when I was moving back, that are down here. So we can kind of continue to work our way around here a little bit and try and find the most advantageous way to go about dealing with this fight.
Damn, a trap.
Okay, and that's the way I'm going to end up going here in a second. So I think what I'm going to do is bring everybody back here. I think. Because that should keep me out of the range of the skeletal marksman. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Because the elementals are going to have to take well, they're going to come down here, then they're going to fly, then they're going to fly around the corner. And going to see if I can I can't hit him from there yet. And I hit from here. No. I think I have to move through the crawl space here. Okay, so I still can't see. There we go. Let's go ahead and start this off. No. I'll hold that till next time. Okay. So now let's move back here. I can't make it under here. Okay, so I see him there. So here, let's move up. That should get me shots on everybody. So we'll focus fire on this elemental.
Stay with us.
Can't see. Still got a hit. And there's no way I could apply malediction at that range. Yeah. Let's wait. We'll just move him back into cover. M is going to cast darkness. Here. Okay, that does remove me from darkness. Okay. Does this put me back in? Yes. Okay, good.
Perhaps if you tried to be loud instead?
Okay, that's what I expected the elementals to do. Okay, I didn't expect them both to come around this side. Okay, yeah, that's right. That's what I expected. Level 3 Divine Smites, everybody. Okay, and I'm actually going to keep my bard out here, actually. I need to reapply malediction here.
Arcana Enjo Minure.
We'll use a defensive flourish.
Good.
That was just a straight kill? No, it's still down there. Where's... oh, there it is right there. Okay, so I don't necessarily like this. Move back one so I can remove disadvantage. I'll quicken this, because I want this elemental dead.
Solasta Evo.
Okay, so I got it with the first one.
Lose.
So now I'll focus fire here. And I'll let the skeletons come after my bard. Perfect. And 7 cold damage too.
Lucky? Perhaps.
Okay. Yeah, that elemental's taken some serious damage. And now, one more time. 19 hit points. I shouldn't need Flurry of Blows.
Good kill.
Perfect. Love it. Ray of Frost, huh? I don't think that's gonna... that's a ranged attack roll. Yeah, good luck getting that to hit. So who was that? The Skeletal Knight that cast that? Really? Okay. Well, now what this allows me to do is I have a Fire Spider, a Skeletal Marksman, and a Skeletal Marksman here. So all I have to do is land one hit. do a slashing flourish, and that's going to hit everybody.
A modest
Oh,
success.
what is that, 1 hit point? Come on. Go after the skeletal knight here.
Solasta, Evo, touche.
Half his hit points. Okay, I'm not too worried about anything that Rudi's going to do here. Why can't... Oh, there must be a... I think we'll actually leave this here. Because I can't get in there with him. And I'm not going to use my Azamar fly on this. Let's move the darkness up a little bit. I think we'll just have our bard deal with this. Our bard and Sharon. Ray of Frost again. So again, let's not go there. Let's use our smite somewhere else, because this spider should die from the slashing flourish damage. Yep. Killed it.
Not too bad.
I don't need to use any more smites here, I'm pretty sure. I'll need to quicken that. This should kill the skeletal knight.
Ha! That must have hurt.
And now it's just skeletal marksmen who are using melee attacks. So I think I'm good.
Ah.
Okay, so reapply here.
A palpable hit.
Perfect. And let's move over here. 1. Ah, that was bad. I didn't mean to do that.
Got ya.
Kneel now.
Rise.
Now we'll be able to get Rudi in here. I'm going to get some attacks here, but I'm trying not to kill him. Okay, so that's it. We're not gonna attack again. Ooh. Okay, well, defensive duelist will proc. Okay. So I'm not gonna do anything here. Sharon is going to come down behind him. Yes, guided survival.
Solasta, Devo, Veribe.
No quarter given.
So yeah, good. Increase my knowledge base here. Okay, I don't think the silver brooch is gonna, but the jeweled ring will be. Nope, the jeweled ring won't be. So the jade pendant and the jeweled ring are not magical. Neither's the silver brooch, so nothing magical here yet.
Undignified, but necessary.
Okay, and I think that should be all the looting here. Okay, so... yeah, because this is the main way we have to go here. So I think I am going to head over here. So let me take Sharon so she can fly.
I'm faster than that.
Okay. Just completely didn't even think about that one or didn't see it.
Solasta, Evo, Mavis.
Hello?
Solasta, Evo, Mavis.
Okay. Weird. Yeah, really weird. Okay, some more primordial lava stones. And there's nothing over here on this side. So holding left alt here.
Wait, a trap. Ha!
I wonder if it was just an angle or something.
Solasta, Evo, Mavis.
Eldritch Blast doesn't work to trigger those. That's very strange.
I'm seeing a trap.
Okay, now this is a drop trap. You step on it, the ground can fall out from underneath you and drop you down there. Doesn't really matter with Sharon though. that opens the other pathway to get down there rather than falling down through here. I'm gonna go into cautious mode here, because honestly it's been too long since I've played this, and
Hold it. A trap.
I can't remember what's up here and what's not. Okay, so this just looks like loot. A mace. Didn't look like there was anything special about it, but and there's nothing over here. Oh, I can reach this. I didn't know that. Okay, well, I don't want to explore too far into here. Because I'm going to be coming at this from a different way. But I need to get here. There's going to be a fight here. I just don't know if I want to have that fight today or not. I can clear this out, though. Okay. So inside of here is a box. As soon as you touch this box, you're going to get a rather sizable ambush. I'm trying to remember what it is. Trying to remember. Actually, I'm going to go look it up and see. Okay. Yeah. So there's a sub-quest. That's right. There's a quest board thing called Wartime Treasure. That's going to open up on the quest board after you go back to Caer Kiflin. And this is going to release 3 fire elementals and 9 fire jesters. So there's 12 total enemies here to deal with. So something, I think I'm going to come back to this area later and do that. Like I said, I was unsure if I wanted to do it now or do it later. I think I'll do it later. No. No. Okay. For some reason Rudi was selected. Cause yeah, it's a pretty big fight. And again, another drops you down here. But for Sharon, doesn't matter. Okay, have I looted? Yeah, I haven't looted that one. Oh, I didn't loot that. Fog cloud, always good to have. already have that crafting manual. I don't think I need to be cautious anymore. So, what is this? Ah, shield +1. Nice. How do you normally get down to this place? Okay, I guess it's only with fly from here. Or up here. I guess you could jump. Or Misty Step down there. Okay, so... Let's gather everybody back up. Here. Okay. Get Sharon to open up this pathway here. And let's take M out here. To deal with some traps. Should jump over. Yep.
Done and done.
Okay, just lock that in place. Don't know if he'll be able to get over here. Oh yeah, he can. Duh. Spider climb. Okay, and lock that one in place too. So, this is where we're going here. And we're going to get into another encounter here. I think I want to bring everybody up here. And fight right here. Okay. So there's the trigger. And let's see, first of all... Okay, so I can target this. I can hit it. So... do we want to run long today? And see one more fight? You know, why don't we? You guys aren't going to be angry if I run a little long here, I'm sure. And I'm going to take it this time.
I really thought never mind.
Okay. So, here's the other fire osprey. The fire spiders are actually down here in the lava right now. Okay, so you're not going to have a whole lot of chance to hit them until they maneuver on their first turn. So I'm going to focus on the fire ospreys here. Okay, so I do still have hits here. I think I can probably kill this fire osprey.
Of course you've been detected.
Solasta, evil.
Get both hits. Perfect. Love it. And then, as always, darkness. Okay. And since we do have a fire osprey here coming in from this direction, I'm going to move him here. See if that osprey is going to come in here far enough. And I'm going to turn on Stunning Strike for the next round. Maybe if it comes in far enough and it's not able to get away and I can get a melee attack, I can stun it and keep it from flying away. Oh, so the fire spiders aren't even going to bother. So I can't see it from there. Okay, from here I can. Not from there.
Arcana Evo Malvis.
Okay, so one fire spider has come up. I think I'm gonna ready a melee attack just in case that fire spider decides to move over here somewhere. I'm gonna move up. Okay, too high. Okay. Oh, I can't see him too far away. Can't see that either? Really? Bummer.
Solasta, evil. Malvis. You like it?
Okay. And then we're gonna ready a melee attack here. Sharon's exposed, so perfect.
Viribe.
Ah,
Damn.
Okay, so that triggered the melee attack. Okay, so for me, that might be a kill with Slashing Flourish. Oh. 2 hit points left.
ha, not bad, eh?
Oh, I can get the Osprey. Perfect. They move around so much, I hate trying to click on them, so I click on the portrait.
That's bad.
Good. Fire Osprey didn't get to use its AoE attack either.
Solasta, Evo. Armies.
Probably shouldn't have done Flurry of Blows there. Yep, shouldn't have. So I don't have anybody else I can reach. So that was a mistake. And they're going after my highest armor class party members. So not going to argue with that. Yep. And one with defensive duelist. So, yeah, really not going to worry about it.
Well
Nice.
struck.
Love that vulnerability to fire damage.
Solasta, Evo.
Okay, now let's proc Flurry of Blows, and this should be 5 attacks here.
Wait till the next one.
Okay, so where's the last one? Where is he? Okay, well, let's move my bard out here. See if this will draw it out. There it is.
Solasta Evo. Mounties.
Okay, so I'll take the attack of opportunity here. I shouldn't be able to get a kill here with this, I don't think.
You have them now.
Okay, good. Wanted to leave him alive. And again, Sharon, drop down. Guided survival.
Solasta Evo. Veribe.
Is going to ready a melee attack. Gonna walk right into this. Perfect.
Well done.
Okay. Good. Increase my knowledge there. Can't click on it to loot it. There we go. Alright, some more magnesium. Okay, so I don't think there's anything this way. We'll do one more little exploration thing over here real quick, because we're gonna head this way and pick up this loot. And then this is the way you're gonna end up going, through here and around this way. But we'll loot this. I think this is just going to be magnesium again. Yes. Okay. And that will give us a great place to drop a save. Okay. So next week we're going to continue working our way through here. This is a fairly long quest line. There are some various sub parts to it. While we work our way into where we're trying to go, but this is based around the mind. This gem quest is called the Mind of the Master, the one that we're on. So we're gonna have to go through the id, the ego, and the superego before we even get into the location where we're going to have to deal with the main enemy. And those are broken down into various parts, so there's quite a bit to do here. It's a fairly long quest with some extended combat that we're going to deal with next week. So it ought to be a good thing for everybody to tune in to see how we tackle all of this. And then how we get home. So, as always, like I mentioned at the start, thank you all for your support. While I've been recovering, and my hands are actually quite hurting right now, so I'm going to go take some Tylenol. But while I've been recovering, your well wishes have been amazing. As I mentioned earlier, I can't thank you all enough for that. My community has always been amazing, and you continue to show that every day. So thank you very much for all of that. Oh, and Ostamura, sorry I didn't see you when you come in. But thank you for being here. But as I always say, without your support, none of this would be possible. This is Commander Jorval saying until next time.